Hello children, today let us learn Geography Chapter 1, The Earth, Our Living Planet. In this chapter you learn names of the Earth, the size of the Earth and distribution of water on it, continents and oceans of the world, latitudes and longitudes, time, local time, standard time and international dateline, oceans and continents on the world map. We are living on the Earth. This Earth is the third planet from the Sun. In the solar system, you can see Earth in the third place. In the first place, there is Mercury, Venus, third place Earth. After Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Earth is the third planet from the Sun. The Earth is the home for all forms of life like plants, animals and human beings because of its suitable distance from the Sun. It is in the third place. It is not very near to the Sun or not very far from the Sun. Range of temperature. Temperature is not very high or not very low. This temperature is suitable for the living beings, life supporting gases, atmosphere, water cycle, etc. Earth is the only planet where all forms of life is found. Why? Because of its suitable distance from the Sun, range of temperature, life supporting gases, atmosphere, water cycle, etc. Our Earth is called by many names. Some of them are living planet. Why Earth is called as living planet? Because Earth is the only planet where different forms of life are found. It is a unique planet. It's a special planet. Watery planet. Now let's learn about the size of the Earth and distribution of land and water bodies. The Earth is the fifth largest planet in the Sun's family. The diameter of the Earth is approximately 4 times greater than the Moon and it is around 107 times less than that of the Sun. The total geographical area of the Earth is 510 million square kilometers, of which 361 million square kilometers is covered by water. 70.78% is covered by water and 149 million square kilometers, that is only 29.22% is covered by land. 70.78% of our Earth is covered by water and only 29.22% of the geographical area of the Earth is covered by land. Thus, the Earth has unequal distribution of land. The ratio between the land and the water bodies is 1:2.43. In this world map, you can see only 29.22% land mass and 70.78% water bodies. The Earth shape is often described as geoid, which literally means earth-shaped or oblate spheroid. The Earth is flattened at the poles and bulges at the equator. The equatorial diameter of the Earth is 12,756 kilometers and the polar diameter is 12,714 kilometers. Equatorial diameter, that is from here to here, 12,756 kilometers. Polar diameter, that is from here to here, North Pole to South Pole or South Pole to North Pole, it is 12,714 kilometers. Equatorial circumference is 40,076 kilometers and polar circumference is 40,008 kilometers. The difference of 42 kilometers in diameter is the proof for regarding the geoid shape of the Earth. Children, what is the shape of the Earth? It is geoid. The land bodies of the Earth are known as continents. What are continents? The land bodies of the Earth are known as continents. Children, do you know how many continents are there altogether? There are 7 continents. Which are they? Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe and Australia. Children, in the map you can see Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, North America, South America and Antarctica. Total there are 7 continents. The continents are land masses of large size. Asia is the largest continent in the world, while Australia is the smallest continent. Which is the largest continent? It is Asia. And which is the smallest continent? It is Australia. You can see here smallest continent Australia and the largest continent Asia, which is shaded in green color. The large water bodies on the earth are called oceans. There are 4 major oceans. Children, in the map you can see Pacific Ocean here and here. You can see here Atlantic Ocean. In the north you can see Arctic Ocean. South of India you can see Indian Ocean. There are 4 major oceans. The Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean. Not only largest, it is the deepest ocean. Arctic Ocean, which we can see in the north, is the smallest ocean and also shallowest ocean. The land and water bodies are unevenly distributed between the northern and the southern hemisphere. In this northern hemisphere, you can see more land, and in the southern hemisphere, you can see more water bodies. So, land and water bodies are unevenly distributed between the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. The northern hemisphere has 60% of land and 40% of water. That is why northern hemisphere is called as land hemisphere, because it has 60% of land and only 40% of water. That is why northern hemisphere is called as land hemisphere. On the other hand, there is 81% of water and only 19% of land in the southern hemisphere. In the southern hemisphere, you can see very less land masses, that is only 19%, and more water bodies, that is 81%. That is why southern hemisphere is called as water hemisphere, northern hemisphere is called as land hemisphere, and southern hemisphere is called as water hemisphere. Thank you, children.